It started with a whisper. Then a giggle. Then a cruel laugh that echoed through the hall like a slap. At Lincoln High, high school popularity was currency, and Sierra Williams had none of it. She was the only black girl on the cheerleading team, the daughter of a single Marine father, and the newest student after moving from Georgia just 3 months ago. But none of that mattered to the other girls in the squad. All they saw was someone who didn't fit their mold. I bet she only made the team because of a diversity rule, sneered Chloe Hartman, the reigning queen bee of the cheer squad. Her voice carried loudly on purpose, making sure Sierra heard every word. Sierra paused for half a second in the hallway, clutching her textbooks tighter to her chest. But instead of turning around, she kept walking, chin high. She'd heard worse. But that didn't mean it didn't hurt. Her first real challenge wasn't making the team, it was surviving the daily humiliation. At practices, Chloe and her two shadows, Haley and Brianna, would accidentally forget to tell Sierra about time changes. They'd roll their eyes when Sierra executed a perfect stunt, whisper behind her back, and share inside jokes that excluded her completely. "I don't get it," Sierra told her dad one night, slamming her gym bag down. "No matter what I do, it's like I'm invisible to them, until they want to tear me down." Her father, Marcus Williams, a retired Marine who had raised her alone after her mom passed away, looked up from his chair. "You're not invisible, baby. They see you. And they're scared of what you represent, excellence without excuses." Sierra looked at him through tears. "I don't want to fight, Dad." "That's the thing," he said. "You don't have to fight to show strength. But if the moment comes, you defend yourself. With focus. With control. You hear me?" She nodded. The tipping point came 2 weeks later, after the pep rally. Sierra had nailed a mid-air basket toss, drawing loud cheers from the crowd. She smiled for the first time in weeks, only for it to be erased when Chloe bumped into her backstage. "Don't get too proud of yourself, stunt girl," Chloe spat. "You might have tricks, but you'll never be one of us." Haley grabbed the edge of Sierra's cheer top. "You even wear the uniform like it's not meant for you." Then, with a smirk, Haley yanked it hard enough to rip a seam at the shoulder. The locker room fell silent. One of the younger girls gasped. Sierra stood frozen. Every nerve in her body screamed to retaliate. Her heartbeat pounded in her ears. And then, her father's training kicked in. She took a calm breath, stepped back, and whispered, "You made your choice." When Chloe moved in again, Sierra acted fast. She blocked Chloe's hand midair, stepped to the side, and in one smooth movement, used a pressure point move that sent Chloe stumbling backward to the mat, completely unhurt, but stunned and disarmed. Haley rushed toward her, but Sierra gently flipped her with a defensive sweep, just enough to knock her balance. No punches. No rage. Just control. Perfect Marine precision. Brianna stood frozen in place, wide-eyed. The entire squad saw it. And more importantly, someone else did too. Eli, the shy AV club kid, who had been filming behind the gym for the school's social media page. His camera caught everything. Within hours, the video went viral across the school. At first, rumors swirled. Sierra attacked the team. But the footage proved otherwise. The truth spoke louder than gossip. When Sierra was called into Principal Thompson's office the next day, her heart thudded with anxiety. She had prepared for the worst, but got the opposite. "I owe you an apology," the principal said seriously. "The way you conducted yourself. That was bravery, not violence." Chloe, Haley, and Brianna were suspended for bullying and hazing. The administration offered Sierra the position of team captain. She refused. "I don't want a title," she said. "I just want respect. For every girl who comes after me." But her story didn't end in that office. It ignited something much bigger. Over the next few weeks, students began coming to Sierra, girls who had been bullied, freshmen too scared to speak up, even teachers who quietly thanked her for handling things with such maturity. She and her dad launched a weekend program at the community center, Stand Strong, a free self-defense and leadership workshop for teen girls. Every Saturday, she taught others what her father had taught her, how to be strong, even in silence. How to fight only when necessary. And how to never let hate dictate your worth. On her final day of senior year, Sierra stood on stage as the student body president gave a speech about courage, growth, and legacy. When they called her name for an honorary award, the entire gym stood and applauded. Even Chloe, now sitting quietly with her head down, clapped with a faint tear in her eye. Sierra looked out at the sea of faces. She had walked into Lincoln High feeling like an outsider. She was walking out a leader. Because Sierra wasn't just a cheerleader. She was strength in motion. Grace under pressure. And proof that sometimes, the strongest fighters wear bows in their hair and carry their dignity like armor. Moral of the story? You don't need fists to win a war. Just the courage to stand, the heart to stay calm, and the wisdom to know your worth.